It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, you know,
because the way that they worded this was, see, the full-timer is paid full, and the part-time. Yeah, that doesn't make sense actually, because why are you only paying 80? That doesn't make sense. If everybody's paying the increase from what the last one you're right. That doesn't make any sense. Write that down, Jason. I need to find out about that.
It does
how can
not make sense.
How can that be right? That can't be right. That's impossible, and that needs to be looked into. That's impossible.
I am paying.
That's not. It can't be possible because we're all responsible for the difference between what the coverage was last year and we're going to be charged this year. We're responsible for that difference. If you get the exact same insurance, forget about mini runner full time. It's just two people getting the exact same insurance. Why are you paying? That's not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Where's the logic in it?
Well, it doesn't. It can't be true because
no matter what human. I mean,
so they said what? Because they're not. That sounds like something.
I just caught human resource when she was down clearing the box up and stuff, and it wasn't making sense to me. I didn't take notes, but the basic impression I got from what she said was that full-timers put in more work, and so they deserve more of a benefit. It's basically what I was getting out of it. And it didn't make sense to me at all.
Not when you're saying that all employees from this point forward have to pay the difference in the cost of the insurance premiums from last year. Because if you have the same coverage, not theoretically, but absolutely, your coverage will increase the exact same amount.
Yeah.
Right. So there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, and so
that sounds like a good letter to Neil McFarland. That's a good thing to bring up at the board. That might be a good job for Jeff Ash, because he talks at the board meetings. He goes up there and.
Yeah, I would like to understand the huge difference.
It doesn't make sense. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong. I'm not sure what. Because a mini runner is entitled to full insurance for him, not for his family.
Correct.
But for him.
Correct.
The full-time employee is entitled to full-time insurance not only for him, but for his family. So you have two of you that are having the same insurance just for you two. It should be the same.
But it's not.
It's not. So that's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, this whole thing's wrong, but
that's
really
wrong. Yeah.
I mean,
that's a good point.
How come? I mean, I've been screaming about this left and right.
Are you sure of those figures? You're sure yours is going up 80.
Okay, I'm full time. You are part time.
I know, but you're sure yours is $80 an increase, and that's for the best.
Mine's 79 something.
And that's for the Blue Cross. That's the best
Blue Cross
That's
Blue
the best
Shield
one.
Yes, I think so. I've been really.
That's what I've had. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
My card's Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, and it's the one. You know, they gave us option A and option B. You took option A, of course.
Of course.
Which is the same coverage you have now.
Yes.
Right. That's what I took. Mine went up 160, which is the same as his.
Yeah.
But I buy the family though.
Huh?
I buy the family. He just buys his.
His is all alone.
160?
Family? What family do you...
I have a wife. And I'm paying that. Why is his going up the same as mine? That doesn't make sense. That's something wrong with his picture. I buy the family Blue Cross. It's not just me. I buy for my family.
Are you sure
it's
yours
actually,
is...
It's 310 now because I was paying 150.
Yeah, okay.
Now I have to pay 310. So he was paying 0, now he has to pay 160?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a difference there, though, but it still doesn't make sense.
But yeah, no, him and I...
Yeah, it should have the same.
We're single individual coverage.
That sounds like something's wrong. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so that doesn't...
No, it doesn't work.
Add up at all.
I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. Thanks for bringing that up to me. I didn't know that.
See,
it's bizarre. It really is bizarre if you think about it.
And about...
This sounds like something that could happen in America.
About this whole thing about Neil McFarland saying that the law allows them to do it, and then, like John's pointing out, in the contract, it states when the contract expires that everything is to stay status quo until a new contract is agreed upon and taken over. Mm-hmm. So in the law that Neil McFarland quotes,
McFarland is, manipulating facts for his own. Although we did find out that John was aware this was happening. It wasn't. Fred had sent documents to John about this.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Right. So it wasn't so much as a surprise as John led us to believe.
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately for John, he knew this was coming down. Although Fred chose not to do it. he chose to just honor the old contract, but then Neil changed that course and decided to do it. So, and if you read the documents, it did mention that this was going to happen, but Neil could have just waited for the arbitration, which would have been the ethical thing to do. Wait for the arbitration, because, you know, come on. In the big scheme of Trimet money, this is chump change to them.
See, but now the thing is our first day of court is not until April.
This coming April.
This coming
That's
April.
not that long.
That's still
That's
4 months.
I know, but what's the big...
Well, you have many operators that are just saying, I'm not going to be able to afford it. A lot of people, that's why they went to the auction too.
Yeah, I know, which is crappy, because you end up paying more. If something goes wrong, you got to pay the first $1,000 or $3,000.
Well, the other
You'll pay
thing...
more if it's family.
The other thing is when we win...
Oh, you think we're going to win?
Yeah, if we make it to court, and this goes through court, and we don't settle before court, I am strongly feeling that we're going to win on that.
I don't know. The courts are going anti-union along with the rest of the government right now. I mean, we're talking about a worldwide anti-union movement here. And I look at the big picture. I'm not just looking at me and you.
But
I'm just looking at this.
There's still the letter of the law.
I don't know. The law's what the judge says it is.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
But if we do win,
then they're going to owe us some money.
Well, but the smart thing about trying to get everyone to go the second choice is on that one. They say, well, yeah, we'll reimburse everyone that produces receipts.
On the second choice.
On the second
first choice.
Because on the second choice you have to pay as you go and stuff.
Right, that's right.
So if you keep every
So
single receipt,
then you're screwed.
yeah. So anyone that's taken the second option on either Kaiser or if they're planning on seeing money back,
they better have.
They better have a little.
That's another thing.
That's another From my understanding, the part-timers insurance costs less to purchase than the full-timers insurance from Blue Cross.
How do you know that?
Well, that's what Chris found out somewhere. Didn't you say it was 16,000?
Should be the same amount. They're covering the person. Forget about.
What? If you go off that, that government site that you talked about.
Yeah.
Where you pull up, where it shows the employee cost, and it shows the cost of the benefits.
Yeah.
If you look at that, that's right. If you look at that, what they're claiming my benefits cost them is like $18,000 for the year or whatever.
Yeah.
Then if you look at the mini runner, such as John, shows his benefits cost $16,000 for the year.
So yours are $18,000.
But mine was $18,000 for the year, full time. And his was $16,000 for the year, according to that website. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, we pay more.
Cascade Policy Group, phony government website.
But there.
Well, that's retirement, maybe, because you get a higher retirement, possibly, because you get $75 for every 10 years, and we get 60.
Yeah, but all you have to do is one day of full time and then retire, and you get the pension, right?
That you get the medical.
Yeah, you get the medical.
You don't get the $75.
Oh, okay.
You get the medical stuff, but that's in the new contract prevents that. If you looked at the revision.
Well, you notice in the
Did you? Let me interrupt you before you answer that. Did you notice anything else about mini runners in the new contract? Did you notice?
I haven't seen the new contract.
Well, the new contract. What the final proposal that was submitted to the ERB.
Yeah, we were thinking. Some of us were reading. It was hard to read because it's all foggy and it made it.
I printed out a clear printout.
Do you? Okay,
yeah.
I get a copy of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I had it available online, but I can get it back available.
The section
online
there's
too.
something about you can't retire as a mini runner with mini run benefits unless you put in 2 years of full time after April 2012. You don't get any retirement as a part-time.
We're trying to throw in a grandfather clause and trying to just sort of step people out.
After 2012.
If you're hired.
As me, for example, me being here 14 years and next year will be 15, just before 15. If I don't retire by April of 2012, I won't be able to retire as a part-timer. You'll have to go full-time at least 2 years to get any retirement.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But
that's what a lot of us read there.
According to Sam, if I recall the conversation correctly, according to Sam Schwartz.
Do you believe Sam?
Maybe.
Maybe, we don't know. Yeah.
We
need lawyers.
Every once in a while, he comes up with some good stuff. So, but Sam states there are some state and federal laws that protect already vested people.
The people that are already there that are vested, like me, for example.
Yeah.
So I could continue to work after 2012 and still.
From
The
my
wording was odd there. There's some
Yeah.
strange wording that makes it sound like they're not going to offer any more part-time retirements after April 2012, unless you're already retired or by that time.
the wording on a lot of our contract
It's very hard to
is
see what it is.
very gray area.
It's very despicable the way that they've made it so that we don't get any say in this. That's what I object to, is that it's taken out of our hands completely. The union's taken it out of our hands, the company's taken it out, it's gone to an arbitrator. We didn't get to say anything about it, really.
well.
I mean, John just made up this, oh, well, he just wants us to have the same thing, which is fine. But the company didn't send any of this information to us about what they were thinking. They never asked for any input from its employees.
Until all the officers went to Orlando, and then they presented it all to us.
Is that when the final contract offer was presented?
No,
That's when they hit us.
no,
with
yeah,
hey,
the
you're
final,
gonna-
yeah, I'm sorry,
But that
you're
was
right.
already-
The final contract was just
That was already in there to the arbitrator, the final contract.
Yeah.
But Trimet never informed any of us what they were proposing. They never made it clear.
Well,
They never informed. I guess.
well, when we have contract negotiations, you got the union negotiation board,
Yeah.
which is the executive board officers and the liaisons, and John, Sam, and Yvette. Then you have Trimet's
Yeah, negotiators.
negotiators. Apparently, they came to the table the first time to set down the ground rules, and they're all no media, closed door, on down the.
Yeah, right.
And I don't understand that. I really don't understand
They want all secret
why.
because it works to their advantage to keep everybody else out of it, so nobody can raise a stink. Like me, for example. You know, even people like me that have websites that have somewhat of a notoriety.
So
they didn't want
Ray-
any information getting out, either the union or the company, I guess. Because they both function symbiotically, you know that.
But so raise a stink about what? That they're giving us a bum deal?
Yeah. I guess.
Well,
they just
then
wanted-
apparently they're just already ahead, convinced that they're going to give us a bum deal, and they don't want us to know about it until the last minute.
I guess so. The less we know about it, the better. You get mad at it after it's too late to do anything about it. You see, it's already enacted. This is what you get.
See, that's why I want transparency.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, we do need to try to get that. I don't know. Can we?
you know, I'm
Get
not.
them to do
I'm
it.
not the jump in the cold pool right off the bat. I'm the one that you
Yeah.
ease into it. And
There's no
that's-
easing into anything, though. You know, there's no. The way things are going worldwide right now, the union movement, especially public sector employees, are in big shit. Okay.
Well, what was it? 30 years ago, unions were what, 20 to 30%,
Yeah.
and now they're
Right.
below 10%.
It's been a intentional dismembering, you know, the elite capitalist class. People that control the wealth. I mean, don't like other people to have it. They want to control the wealth, and with all the banking problems and all this stuff, they don't want to pay for it. They want the working classes to pay for it. It's much easier to set the class struggle thing, the class envy thing in motion, and let citizen versus citizen. You have citizens attacking us because we have what they don't have. Then you can just sit back and watch
Yes.
citizen against citizen. They don't have to do the dirty work.
Well,
And that's what they did with us. And I know that Trimet management fully participated in this because all those news stories that were coming out over the last year, all those news stories that were bad, showed us bad in a bad light over and over and over. Nobody came to our defense, not the union or not the company. Me, some little ass nobody was out there trying to, but no official nothing. Company was always, Mary Fitz. Well, we don't like nobody. They
Yeah.
put us in a very bad light in public relations, and now everybody just thinks we're the worst. I mean, the public's not on our side.
They're turning around a little bit.
You think so? I don't think so.
I
don't
see,
know.
but there's still people that think we have. I
We
mean,
got two.
what's so
unions in
special about our dental?
it. Nothing. Our dental's $1,000 of benefit a year. That's nothing. It's $1 crown.
What's so special about our vision?
One pair of glasses a year. One pair.
So
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
we have the Cadillac blue. I don't know. See, that's what I'm talking about. That propaganda
now.
that started that nobody fought back on.